I never got to meet my great-grandfather, Frank Rush. In fact, no one I know in the family did, since Frank died in 1934. I do know he was a commercial baker, and he left behind a few artifacts, including his handwritten cookbook. I'm boiling down and making Frank's recipes as a tribute to him and to other family members that we'll never get to meet. I'm Tom Mattingly, and this is Baking with Frank. So today we've got what you'd call a two-day project. We're starting to plan vacation where we'll be going to the UK, and then I had dinner with some very good friends this week, and my friend Rose brought up to my friend Karen and I that she was looking for somewhere to go for tea. And as I'm looking through Frank's recipes, he has a recipe for brown tea cakes. Sounds delicious, doesn't it? Just on the face. So I looked through, and tea cakes are effectively a cookie. They come with your tea. But the brown tea cakes had cinnamon in them, and we just did cinnamon. So we'll get to that in a minute. So we're doing tea cakes. And in fact, we're doing brown tea cakes. So, start this off. Get you down here where you can see things that are going on. We have 1/4 pound or 1 stick of butter. And that is going in with, wait, let me look, 5/8 of a pound of brown sugar. I'm using light brown sugar here because it's, say it with me, what we had in the house. So putting that in, we're gonna give that a little ride on the merry-go-round. Not gonna make you listen to that, we'll come back. So, butter and sugar are combined and whipped and all of those things. We're gonna go in with 2 eggs. The original recipe from Frank actually broke down to 2.5 eggs. I don't have half an egg, so I'm erring on the side of a little drier than a little wetter. We're gonna give this a spin. All right, eggs are in. So now I'm going in with 1 pound, yes, 1 pound of all-purpose flour and 1/4 ounce of baking soda. Let's get all of that out of there. We'll give that a little stir just to mix it around, pre-mix it around, let's call it. All right, there's that. Mixy, mixy, mixy. Close enough. I'm gonna put this in. You get the idea, we'll come back. So this is turning out to be a very dry and crumbly dough. So I'm just gonna do a glug of half and half, just to, that much. I'm gonna call that half an egg's worth. Just to, you know, mix it in a little better. So here's where the fun starts. Frank's recipe calls for 1/4 ounce of cinnamon. And you can certainly do cinnamon if you want to. You can do spearmint if you want to. I'm not in your house, I'm not telling you. But what I thought was, what would be something along that line that's gonna be delicious, that would have been available 1934 or before. And I came up with Earl Grey tea. Yes, so this is right out of the bag, Portland Mason, holder of the warrant from the former Queen and from the Prince of Wales, now the King, and from the current Queen, it's the Queen's Grocer. So there is 1/4 ounce of Earl Grey. Surprisingly, a lot of Earl Grey tea, isn't it? So we're gonna put that in. Spread that around a little bit more, just like that. We'll give it a spin. So here's why this is a 2-day project. The dough has come together quite well, actually. I'm glad I added that little bit of stuff in, but it's a nice looking bit of dough, right? So we're just gonna, that's the dog sneezing. Imagine that, in another room. thank you, because she has manners. But I'm going to cut that out into a little round. Drop it like it's hot. And wrap it up in some cling wrap. Like that. And like that. And we're going to refrigerate this overnight so that it gets a little more firm. The cookie stays together a little better, in theory. We'll see. And Bob's your uncle. Black Sheep Coffee, got it in Edinburgh. It's a whole UK theme this time. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. So it's the next day. I'm gonna bring you a little closer. So it's the next day. And yes, I have pool hair, don't care. So stay with that. We are now at the point of rolling these little gentlemen out. I don't know why they're little gentlemen, they just are. So, to recap, we have made the dough. We have refrigerated the dough overnight for our brown tea cookies. We've substituted a 1/4 ounce of cinnamon for a 1/4 ounce of Earl Grey tea, especially a Fortnum & Mason, Lordy. And now we're going to cut out some cookies. So we're rolling these out to about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm not going to make you watch me roll all of them out, but we'll get these started. We have the oven preheated to 400 degrees. Yes, 400 degrees. And we have behind us here a tray with a liner. So we're going to use one of the famous Mom biscuit cutters. Get some nice rounds here. Now it won't come out. There we go. You see how that's going? We end up with that. And we're just gonna rinse and repeat here. So I'm not gonna make you watch that. Circle back when we're going in the oven. All right, here we go. A full pan. Looking good. Hair's still sticking up in the back. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that. And we're going in the oven. So again, oven at 400, and we're gonna do 7 to 9 minutes. I'll give you a little view there. You're probably gonna see my bare feet. And yet, we're gonna start with 7 minutes, see where we land, go from there. So also right now is a really good time for you to hit the like and the follow buttons. Do it for my hair. All right then. There they are. Yeah. A little puffier than I thought, but they are cakes, not cookies. We're gonna let them cool off. Second batch is in. This is making a little over 2 dozen. With that cutter, right? A different cutter, do a different thing. If you want to do reindeer shapes, that's on you, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna let these cool, and then we'll give them a shot. All right, here we go. Look at that. And they look awful good. They held their shape pretty well. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, I can live that way. But the true test, right? Let's eat it. Tell you that Frank should have been a baker. Those are really good. The tea is really light in them. The cookie itself is really good. Remember, this doesn't have any vanilla or any flavoring like that in it at all. I think this is going to be a remaker as well. Crushing it, Frank. You're crushing it.